It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on S3. Now, pasta stands, the protein may seem like a dull dinner idea. However, with a little creativity in the kitchen, you'll ditch the meat without a second thought. And today, plant-based pioneer Cindy Nell, she helps us to prepare a delicious spinach, rocket, and basil pesto over some whole wheat pasta. And this is served with sun-dried tomatoes, pine nuts, and olives. It sounds delicious, and this is perfect for our meat-free Monday. I love that I get to spend the time with you in the kitchen.
I love that I get to spend time in the kitchen with you. And I love how beautifully your makeup is done while you're cooking.
Thank you very much. And that means a lot coming from you. And I mean, when it comes to your plant-based journey, you've been very open and sharing about it. What was that pivotal decision that this is now something we're going to do?
Well, I think for me, just what I was doing was the yo-yo dieting with protein, high protein, wasn't working for me long-term anymore. And I was no longer worried about being a pretty little thing in a bikini on a magazine cover. I was starting to worry about, I'm getting older, I need to look after myself, I need to look after my health, I want high energy, I want good sleep at night, and I don't want to be so stressed about everything I eat all the time.
Yeah.
And plant-based living affords me that. So I genuinely feel healthier and I have more energy and my inflammation is better.
Oh.
And also I get to eat a lot more, which I really enjoy.
And this is wholesome. So I'm going to start off with making our dressing. So I've got some baby spinach here, some rocket, basil, as well as parsley. I'm going to put all of this in our blender, and we've got our cooked pasta over there. Is this something that you have now also exposed your kids to, or the whole family?
Yes, well, I mean, my daughter is an early adopter of the plant-based living. My son, not so much.
Okay.
So, and we still eat meat in our house, and, you know, my son likes simpler eating. And, but I try and make it creative and innovative, and you really can. And I mean, like that pesto that you're making, you can really put anything that you want into the NutriBullet. And it doesn't have to be boring. Once you start researching, you realize there's so many things that you can do.
And there's so
it's
much
fun and filling and wholesome and really delicious.
And all about the flavor. So I'm adding a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to add a squeeze of some lemon, and I'm going to blitz this up before I hand our pesto to you. I have to say, I never actually realized how quick and easy it is to make pesto. I've been that spoiled person that just buy the pesto already done.
And something that really helps also with any plant-based meals is using a lot of herbs.
Using herbs
and spices. There's so many interesting spices and herbs you can use. I think that needs a little bit more of a blend.
And you need to make sure you seal the container.
Seal the container. Do you have a
Fantastic. I apologize for the mess, but you know what? When I'm in the kitchen,
we've got our espresso aprons on. We'll be fine.
It's always a messy affair. I'm surprised this thing actually blended and it wasn't sealed properly.
I always tell my kids, seal the container better. You're going to ruin the whole thing. Magically, it still survives.
It still survived. Okay, I'm making a big mess here, but we're in the kitchen.
I'm going to toss this around.
Oh, that looks nice. And we're going to serve our pesto pasta with a little bit of sun-dried tomatoes. We've got some cut olives here, as well as some toasted pine nuts. Now, I know that pine nuts can be a little bit pricey, so if you don't want to spend that kind of money on pine nuts, a great alternative is also some sunflower seeds.
And if you wanted to take baby steps, I mean, you could add feta and all sorts of things to this for the other part of the family who needs a little bit more.
And I love it, because I know feta is not considered vegan, but we are not focusing on veganism here. We're focusing on plant-based
diet. So you might find that one half of the family might want a little bit of chicken or a little bit of salmon or something over this. And you can really just be creative. You can make this your own completely. And then you add that with a little bit more of this lemon juice.
There we go.
A little bit of black pepper. Imagine. And ta-da!
There we go. This looks amazing. Thank you. And not only is this going to be a scrumptious dish, but the variety of fresh ingredients means it is packed and dense with nutritional punch. And who said plant-based has to mean basic and boring? Now, to get your recipe, to get your hands on this recipe, the ingredients list and exactly how to make it, you can head on over to our website, that is expressoshow.com. expressoshow.com. Cindy, it is amazing to have you here in studio. And you know what, when we start the show off every single morning, we love to ask our viewers a question on social media. So as you can see on your screen right now, it says, let's start the week on a fresh note with some meat-free Monday inspiration. What plant-based or meat-free meal can you try today? Other than our pasta, what can you try?
Well, one of my favorite go-tos is a slice of shea butter, or I like any bread that doesn't have yeast in, or rye, with avo, rockets, freshly sliced tomatoes, some herbamar salt and black pepper. And that could be a breakfast, a lunch, a tea time snack, or even a dinner.
That is amazing.
And add beans and lentils to anything, and it's a whole meal.
And it's a whole meal, and it is packed, and it will keep you full for very long. Now, to look at some of our comments that came through on social media, Obida says, hello guys, it's cold, it's a mixed veg curry, or stuffed butternut with couscous and mixed veg, or a mixed veg pasta, or a veggie stir fry. Many options.
Those are all great options. Thank you for that viewer.
Amazing. Well, Cindy, it was great being in the kitchen with you. I feel like that is today's lunch for me.
Oh, yummy.
If you want to get your hands on this recipe, it is available on our website, expressoshow.com.